guys, so this is part 2 of my experience getting my gallbladder removal surgery done during COVID-19. So if you haven't seen my first video of me walking through the steps of the surgery, I'm going to leave the link down below and you can watch that one first before this one. Hi guys, I just wanted to give you a quick update. Today is Wednesday. And 4 days after my surgery, I have like brain fog because I've been in the house for so long, for a few days, and so I've just lost track of day and time. So it's the 4th day and I'm moving around better. I'm getting around much better. Still taking it easy, still moving around as slow as I can, not doing anything, not doing too much, not picking up anything heavy, but trying to move around like as normal as I possibly can. So I haven't really eaten much today because I didn't feel good. It wasn't that my incisions or anything like that's still sore, yes, but it's tolerable. I didn't take any pain medicine today. Well, I took an Aleve. I just took one. Because when I wake up in the morning, I'm extremely sore. So instead of me taking the Tylenol pain meds that they gave me, I decided to try the Aleve. And so it has held me down strong all day. But I've had like an upset stomach. Just feeling like real nauseous and sick, and I guess all of those days for when I was eating the chicken broth and the chicken noodle soup and the crackers, and I had toast, and I guess my system now is trying to really like break it down, digest it or whatever, and I have a real bad tummy ache off and on, and so I'm just like all day. So it kind of tires me out. Like I'm starting to get tired now. I've been moving around and trying to, do some of my normal activities. And as soon as I like get started, it's like, okay, go sit down. So I just wanted to give y'all a quick update. Let me show y'all my stomach is going down. Which I'm happy about because I was working out before I had my gallbladder removed, and I was starting to lose weight, and so I was starting to lose weight in my stomach, and then once I had the surgery, of course, I came home with a little basketball. So the swelling is going down. It's still swollen, and it's still tender around the incisions. So I'm still very careful about, my movements and how I get up and things like that. But I'm moving. So once I got home, I, after having a very lovely nap, yes, it was a very lovely nap. I probably slept a good 3-4 hours after getting home from the hospital. I ate the soup that they sent home, and they also sent me home with a ice pack, and they told me sometimes you can use the little ice pack to kind of bring some of the swelling down, I think, and it'll just, every 20 minutes or so put the ice pack on there. Don't leave it on there, but just kind of, because they do 4 incisions, and I'll show you a picture of what those 4 incisions are. One at the very top of your stomach here. I have, and it's so weird, I can feel them. One here, and then my belly button. I have no idea which one they took it out of, but I'm gonna assume it was either my belly button or this one that's on the side, because both of those are still extremely tender for some reason. So they did 4 incisions, and they sealed it with like a liquid type of stitch. And so they told me not to scrub on it at all. So the first day getting home, it was rough, of course. Once the anesthesia started to fall, wear off, then I had to grab the Tylenol because it was just laughing, or if I had to cough a little bit or just moving, it was very tender and sore. So you definitely have to I had to get very creative with getting in and out the bed, and you're gonna need some help the first probably first 3 days. I needed help. Like I couldn't do a whole lot. And when I tell y'all, I dropped so much stuff in those 3 days. From my phone to anything that I needed, I would drop it on the floor, knowing I couldn't bend over to pick it up. So you're gonna need help from multiple people, possibly. Just because, you know, if it's during the week or whatever the case may be, you're gonna need some help. And so the first day, I was able to eat the soup that they sent home and some crackers, and that was it. And I drank some water and Sprite, and I was so nauseous. So the second day, I actually felt worse than the first day. I hurt all over. Like, I can't even explain to you. It was just, maybe I didn't hurt. Maybe because it was my abs. It just felt like I hurt all over. I couldn't keep any food down. They sent me home with the little green bags. And so I just couldn't keep any food down. I tried chicken broth and soups, and even with me just drinking that and eating saltine crackers, it would still just kind of make me nauseous. So when they tell you that after gallbladder surgery, oh, you can eat whatever you want, don't believe it. No, you cannot. Well, I couldn't. So the second day I was worse. I just wanted to lay down, but you can't. You have to get up and you have to walk every 2 hours. I did that the first day as well. So after I got home and slept those 2, 3, 4 hours, I got up and I had to walk a little bit. So the second day, the nurse had told them to make sure every 2.5 hours, she gets up and she walks. So I would get up and I would walk for maybe 10, 15 minutes. Just the first part of the morning, I could probably do maybe 10, but by the end of the day, I could probably walk 15, 20 minutes long. So they was like, just make sure she gets up and she walks. I had the ice pack. I had pillows, and I was basically just kind of stuck in the bed. The third day, I was better than the second, but still in a lot of sore pain. So I would get up and try to just try to do some normal stuff, you know, besides brushing my teeth, washing my face. I would try to get up and fix my own food, you know, during that time when I'm supposed to walk. So every 2.5, 3 hours, I would get up and use that time to walk to the kitchen to get, you know, my water or whatever the case may be. But even by the third day, I was eating Jell-O, popsicles, and soup and chicken broth. The first day, your throat is going to be sore. And I had a little small cough too, because of the tube that they stick in your mouth. So you may need some popsicles to kind of help with that. And it helped me tremendously also because I couldn't really eat. So by the third day, I was moving around a little bit more, but it was still very painful and I would get tired and things like that. So fast forward to Christmas. So 4th and 5th day, I'm getting better. I'm still sore. I'm still taking my time, doing the same things I did the second, third day. You know, I'm able to shower. I was able to shower on my own the second day, just because I'm so independent, y'all. I'm gonna shower on my own. So I was able to pretty much do everything by myself by the 4th or 5th day. Just taking my time in doing it, sitting down and resting when necessary. So Christmas comes, and I'm like, I'm not staying in the bed on Christmas. It's Christmas Day. Now, we didn't meet as a family, so it wasn't like I had anywhere to go. But I wanted to get up, and I wanted to dress up, and I wanted to look, pretty for Christmas. And so I got up at 6 a.m. and went to bed at midnight. And when I tell y'all, the day after Christmas, my body knocked and said, okay. I was so sore and just uncomfortable. I had pain in my back. Now by Friday, I ate real food. I didn't eat, and when I say real food, away from the soup, the broth, the jello, and the popsicles. Friday, I ate real food for the first time. Had pain in my back, my side, because you're not supposed to rush back into. I had ham, yams, mashed potatoes. I think I had meatloaf. You're not supposed to rush into that kind of food. But I was like, I feel great. It's Christmas. So I paid for it the next day. Like, when I say pay for it, I paid for it the next day and the day after. So I was real sore around my abs, especially my belly button. I think the clothing that I wore too, you want to always wear loose fit clothing, because any clothing rubbing that's too tight, rubbing up against your incisions, is going to be very uncomfortable. So I paid for it the next 2 days. I was literally in the bed. I was sore. I was just hurting, and I was like, oh my God, did I do something, like, to where I messed up something internally? Like, that's how bad I was hurting. And so by Sunday, I was still not feeling too hot, but by the end of Sunday, around 6 or 7 o'clock, I was able to get up and started to feel okay. So I still hadn't driven a car or anything, and because I'm still on the pain medication. And I didn't take the pain medication around the clock. I did the first 3 days, but I decided to take some Aleve or, any kind of ibuprofen. And then at night, I would take the pain medicine. I'm also a stomach sleeper. And so that was the most difficult thing, is not being able to fall asleep on my stomach because I can't sleep on my back. So one particular night, which I think was Sunday, so 2 days after Christmas, I slept on my stomach. I must have been so tired. I slept on my stomach. And y'all, when I woke up, I was in tears because the incision by my belly button, it was so tender. I don't know what kind of sleeping I was doing, but it was so tender to the touch. And I was just uncomfortable. I took some pain medicine, and of course, the pain kind of, it leveled off. But you can't sleep on your stomach for a little while. And so you have to get very creative on how you get in and out the bed, how you sleep. Sleeping on your left side is okay. The right side where you had your surgery may not be okay because you have 2 incisions on. Okay, so I couldn't drive for, I think they told them either don't let her drive for 2 weeks, or, and they also send home in a red folder like your aftercare instructions, so it's all in there as well. But I think they told them at least for 2 weeks if possible, or as long as she's taking the pain medication, don't let her drive. So I've been stuck in the house for a minute. I did drive to the store yesterday because I have cabin fever, and I wasn't on the pain medication at all. Um, so I hadn't had it for more than 24 hours. And the only thing I had been taking was the Aleve. And just overall, I felt okay. Walking around the store, I felt okay once I got there, but just walking around, it took me a little bit longer than I thought. Um, Me moving around the house, I thought I was walking a lot faster. Then once I got out there, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm moving around a little bit slower. So I would try to speed it up, but I could tell, okay, just, take your time, and you're still healing. And so make sure that if you do decide to drive, make sure your reaction time, all that is important, and you're not going out there putting your life in danger. Because even though I thought I felt better, physically my body is still trying to heal. Because again, even today is 10 days after, is it 10? Yeah, 10 days after my surgery, so almost 2 weeks. And I feel a lot better, but again, feeling better inside the house and then going outside is two totally different things. And I know I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but we get a little cabin fever and you're like, oh, it's just the grocery store, I'm just going to give me some fruit. And so but if you can get out the house, get out the house, but make sure someone's with you just in case something happens. But that's my overall experience. I think that Baylor here in Dallas took very good care of me, hands down. Even after I got out of the hospital, they called the next day and like 2 days later just to make sure that just asking, how I was doing, if I had any questions, if I had any fever. Just they went, they went above and beyond just to make sure that my surgery went well. Prior to my surgery, that we were all safe away from the virus, and just keeping my family informed. And also I was able to schedule my follow-up appointment, which is next week, so 3 weeks after my surgery. I chose to have a virtual appointment with my doctor just because the numbers are going up. And so unless something changes and I feel like, hey, he needs to examine me, then I'm gonna keep my virtual appointment. So I am overall feeling better, but I am still taking it day by day. And I am going to learn how to eat better, because just because I don't have a gallbladder doesn't mean that I can eat whatever I want, because my body does not agree with that. I will tell you that I've already attempted since Christmas to try to eat other foods that may be a little on the greasy side or something like that, and your body will absolutely remind you that this is probably not what's best. So I'm sticking to a lot of like spinach, broccoli, fruits, things like that, low fat, salmon, shrimp, things like that, and chicken. So I'm sticking to those. What I'm going to do is record my journey on recipes and things like that after your gallbladder is gone, type of diet. So I'm going to record those and post them here. So for anyone else who is about to experience or go through this journey as well, it was kind of a wake-up call, because of course, it's some people they don't look at it as a major thing, but I can honestly say, me going through it physically, first of all, the gallbladder attacks are horrible. They hurt really bad, and just if you have them back to back, it's just a really bad feeling, because it doesn't go away, and it comes along like, it could come along like hours after you've eaten. So, and then now after my surgery, just with me trying to eat normal, what I used to eat. Even my body now is like, I don't know. Like, I feel sick a lot of the times. And even now, sometimes I wake up and I don't want to eat. I have probably lost maybe 10 pounds, close, 7. Last time I weighed myself, I lost maybe 6 or 7 pounds. And that was a couple days ago. So, weight's coming off. But it's because I'm not able to really eat like I used to. So I'll be excited when I can get back in the gym, because again, I was already on a weight loss journey prior to having my gallbladder removed. But if I didn't cover everything and you guys have questions, feel free to ask me. It was definitely an experience of its own. That was my first time since having like a C-section or whatever. That was my first time having a surgery where I had to be put under, and then, you know, the whole do it by yourself type of situation. So it was definitely something that I had a story to tell. So hopefully you guys aren't too critical about my story time, but it was something that I had intentions on sharing in the first place. So let me know what you guys think, or let me know what questions you may have. If you are not currently subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button down below. Again, I will have some additional videos to follow up from this one in regards to diet and exercise and anything physical that may possibly come along from recovery. My doctor did say it could take up to a full 30 days for me to get back to normal all the way. I'm going to take it easy for the next 30 days. I am going to try to get back in the gym, but if there's any questions that you have, feel free to, leave them down below, or my contact information is also down below. You can catch me on Instagram under Mrs. Shella B, and I'll leave that link down below as well. You can also follow me on Facebook, and I will see you guys the next time.